Okie dokie. How's it going, everybody? Good evening. I thought I would share with everybody what I bought this August. Just in general, the bourbons that I decided to choose to pick up and add to my collection. And it was kind of a light month. I didn't really buy anything crazy. I lucked out on a few bottles that just got released. And then I also came up with a cool project that I'm going to do that is not original. But I'm really curious to see how it's going to turn out. So, without further ado, the first bottle that I bought this month, well, actually, let's go with the most exciting bottle. The one that I'm going to be drinking tonight is, where is it? The Sagamore Spirit Amontillado finish. I did a review of this. Absolutely stunning bottle. You could thank my sister for ordering this. She lives right in Maryland. She was able to get me this bottle. And not one, but two backups, which are going into the vault, never to be seen or heard from again until such a time they are called to action. Wow, this just smells amazing. That's just great. And a beautiful finish. If you're interested to know what it tastes like, watch a previous video. I'm not going to bore you. Can't wait for the port finish this year. I am definitely waiting in line on Black Friday. Anyway, so that's the most exciting bottles that I bought this month. Another one that I bought, little humdrum, Russell's Reserve single barrel. This is about $60 in my area. It's not a pick, but I've never had a bad one of these before. They're really, really, really good. And just fruity, just fun. It's funny, Rare Breed is hitting about $70 to $75 in my area. This is still $60, and I think this is still, comparable. Like I said, never had a bad one, but I had to get one of these just because I ran out of my last one. And finally, the pick that I was really excited about, the bottle that I did pick up that I thought was the best find, a Kentucky Spirit Camp Nelson E. Not a store pick, but wow, this tasted really good. This tasted like crepe Suzette and just was so smooth and velvety. I tried this side by side with the Amontillado, and for being the same age, this is darker, this is richer, this is tastier, but this Wild Turkey product had just such an amazing mouthfeel. Really set itself in a league of its own. So that's what I bought this month. Nothing crazy. I did enter the Old Forester birthday bourbon sweepstakes. I didn't win. I still got to check my dad's email and see if he won. He's not big into bourbon, but if he won, I'm buying him a plane ticket to Kentucky, and he's going to go. There is no negotiation. He's going to go buy it. He'll be given written instructions and a little bit of money, and he will purchase it. It's credit card only, but I'll reimburse him. It'll be my Christmas present. Anyway, we're going to put these away, and we're going to start talking about something tragic. Something sad. Something, I wouldn't call it remorseful, and there's no regrets, but just a matter of doing business with purchasing bottles. Eventually, you start to run out. You get pretty low at the bottom of this. And this is James E. Pepperell Barrel Proof, 5.5, 6 years old. This is batch number 4. I bought this for $55. Didn't think that I would care for the bottle, and turns out it was one of my favorite whiskeys last year. For $55, you kidding me? It was great. But I'm running low. I do have a backup bottle, and it's a little hard to find in my area, but I can find it. But I love the decanter. I thought, wow, this is really cool. It's really neat. I think there's no way for me to peel that off, maybe use an acid wash, but I thought, what better way to use this decanter and this surprise pick of whiskey than to make an infinity bottle out of it, right? So I looked throughout my collection, and I found a few bottles that I am approaching considering putting into this to start the Infinity Blend. And the first one that we're going to look at, that's going to go inside this bottle, is this tried and trusty Knob Creek 12. Boy, you'd be hard pressed to find something better for $60 to $70 than this Knob Creek 12 year. It's 100 proof, it's oaky, it's tasty, it's just everything you would want in a reasonably low proof sipper that is affordable. And I think with the age on this, it's going to make a wonderful addition and add a little bit of extra oak to this James E. Pepper batch. That's what I'm thinking. And just add a little smoothness to the youthful notes that I did get in this. So I'm going to get this a little bit lower before we add that in. I hope you guys can see that. The next one is also a favorite. It's a Four Roses single barrel strength. This is my favorite pick of all time. I have several backup bottles of this. It is a an OESQ, my apologies. 10 years, 9 months. It is the 20% rye mash bill, and it is 126.6 proof, a floor 5 Warehouse JE. This one is pretty much at the bottom of its barrel. I don't think I'm going to have another pour of this by itself. I think I'm going to put it into the blend, but if these two are really sweet and almond forward and just rich in toffee, I think this rye is really going to balance it out and add a little bit of kick to it. Plus, there's just lovely, lovely floral note in here and vanilla that'll complement what the James E. Pepper is doing, and I think will really enhance the oak that the Knob Creek 12 year brings to the table. But that's not it. I have one more bottle that I think will really spice this one up, and it's almost a travesty. I don't think I could, with what's left in the bottle, I might need to have a couple more sips of it. This might be the last one that goes into it. But I thought, okay, what's the best way to really start this infinity bottle? And what's going to give it the most age? What's going to give it the most proof? What's going to give it a really, really nice jumble of flavors that it's just going to meld itself into a great whiskey? And it is this Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and this is C923. That's right. I'm going to put this is the first really, really special bottle that I ever bought where I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter what I have to do. It doesn't matter where I have to go. I'm not going to pay like $200 for a bottle. It's just not going to happen. But $100 or less, I'm going to get as many of these as I could find. And I just fell in love with this bottle. It's so dang good. And if anybody out there has tried it, you know what I'm talking about. But I think this is a really good idea. This is my first Infinity bottle. And I think if I add in these 4 whiskeys, what is the average age with that going to be? This is 13 and 7 months. And according to the distillery, 15 and 17 year. You have 5.5, 6 years, I think. 12 years, 10 year, 9 month. So I would say this is probably going to land at about a 10 year average age. But on the bottle, we'd have to list 5.5, of course. So I think this will be an interesting experiment. I I plan on at least sipping down a little bit more of the Knob Creek 12 just so that everything fits in this bottle, and having one last pour of the C923 before I officially decide to put it into the infinity bottle, because I'm not going to open up another one of my backups at least for another year. It would have to be an extraordinarily special occasion for me to open it, because I know I just can't keep my hands off of it. It's been less than a year since I picked up this bottle, and I've been nursing it. So it's just so tough to stay away. Anyway, thank you for listening to me. We will keep an eye on this and keep a list of all the whiskeys that go into it, and we'll see where it comes. We'll see where and how it goes, and I do have some other whiskeys that I'm going through, but I'm curious to see how it'll taste. Anyway, cheers. Oh. And have a great night. See ya.